Hey, I want to take a second today just to talk about the subject of taxes. And this is a subject that is, like both sides have completely opposite views. The Republicans, conservatives throughout history because they switched like the name of their party, but um, they always have asserted that, things like um, higher taxes disincentivizes investments in business by the rich. Like you wouldn't want to, like, the rich for some reason wouldn't want to make more money by like investing more. You get what I'm trying to say. Like they wouldn't want to take the risk to make more money if they're just gonna get taxed on it. And they also say stuff like, "Oh, if you raise the tax on the rich," like Ayn Rand people, like, "Oh, if you raise the tax on the rich, then they'll just leave the country." Um, and liberals have always said, "Okay, raise taxes on the rich, like, and everything will get better. Everything will get better." And that, I don't really think that's true. I think that you do need to raise taxes on the rich how it is today, because ever since Ronald Reagan, our freaking God, the most overrated president by far, and I would put him in, like, he wouldn't even be in my top 25, honestly. Lincoln's number one for sure. I mean, come on. Does anybody, okay, anybody like who's not a racist think that Lincoln is like I saw a guy, this is totally off subject, but I saw a guy driving, his is in like a really old, like, beat up, like, Ford truck, and he was driving, and it was like he had like a bumper sticker on the back. Well, first of all, I saw the conservative flag was just like he couldn't even see through his rear view mirror because they had like the whole, like, the window on the back, like, those old trucks do, and it just had a conservative flag like plastered across it. And then the bumper sticker said, if I knew it was gonna be like this, I would have grown my own cotton. And I'm just like in awe that, how can you be so like how can you think so medievally is what I'm saying. But anyways, yeah. So back to the subject of taxes. Um, just ask yourself honestly, was this a better country when the rich, especially the rich, paid more in taxes? And I'm talking about like Eisenhower times, not just Clinton, but it was Clinton. The 90s were great, and I was born in the 90s. I'm a teenager. I'm 18. Um, I just graduated from high school. But I'm just saying, was this not a better country when the rich paid more in taxes? They used to pay stuff like in the 50s and the 60s, they paid like 50, 60%. Even just 40% would be better than, like by far would be better than what we pay now. I mean, freaking Herman Cain comes in, and was it the 999 thing that like nobody really took seriously? Like people were just kind of like laughing at it. He said, like, taxes, I think part of it was like because nobody cared about Herman Cain except for like that like 2 week period where people were like, anybody but Mitt Romney, who's our next guy? Like, we've already done Rick Perry, Michelle Bachmann. Was Gingrich after or before? I think he was after Cain. But yeah, they ran through like Perry. Like there's a little bit of time where it was like, hey, maybe Santorum's our guy. Which, like, what? Santorum, really? He's like such a tool. Like, I'm sorry, he's such a tool. But anyways, yeah, there's like Santorum. Like they went through all of them, and then they're like Herman Cain. Yeah, that was like the brief moment where like the GOP was like, yeah, let's run with Herman Cain. And Rush Limbaugh was like, yeah, Herman Cain. See, I'm not racist. We have one black person. And I guess that Michael Steele was the chairman of the GOP for a while. And I think they had like, what, Alan Green or something? I don't remember his name. He was like, and then like Colin Powell, but that's like it. I guess Condoleezza Rice. But Yeah. Anyways, um, yeah. So, anyways, taxes. Um, it was a better country, and part of the reason that we got into this total like screwed up economy was President Bush decreased taxes on the rich. We were taking in less income, and then unlike, I mean, like, you can get away with that if you decrease unnecessary spending, and I'm not saying education because that is necessary. Roads, we need roads, we need hospitals, we need like all that, like all the necessary stuff. Subsidies so that like important businesses can, like, I mean, I know like everybody, like the GOP is going to disagree with me on this. I mean, the GOP won't see this, but like Republicans on YouTube will disagree with me because they say, you know, free, like unfettered free market is the best way to go. When has that ever been the case? I mean, there was like the period of solitary neglect where we pretty much had unfettered free market, but we were relying on the British for military, so we didn't need taxes for our military. We just had a militia, and then the Indians, or excuse me, Native Americans. I'm sorry, that's not the correct term. Okay, Native Americans and the French started effing us up, so then the British had to come in and save us. But like the free market system does not work. It's like a proven fact. Like you can't do it because you need a military, you need school, you need roads, you need hospitals. Not all of that can be privatized. And like you got people like Mitt Romney who's like, you know, he was talking about the like FAMA. I'm sorry, I forget the title, but you know the thing that like the organization that cleans up after hurricanes and stuff. I'm sorry, I forgot the title. But anyways, he was saying like we should either send it down to the states or privatize it, and then that hurt him in the election. But anyways, I think it. I mean, I don't know because I live in California, so like, I mean, if I imagined if I was an independent and I was living in New Jersey or New York, and I was like, hey, this organization is helping me out a lot, and then I see one of the guys that I might vote for is just like, we should privatize it, so like you have to pay for the services, then I would probably be pretty pissed. But anyways, back to the subject of taxes. Like, we need money. And the reason Bush wanted to lower taxes because he's a Republican, that's what they've said since the beginning. Conservatives have said that. Like the Republicans in like the 1800s didn't always say that, like Lincoln. But anyways, excuse me, I had a cold last week. Um, yeah, anyways, then he wages one war that, like, I get, like, the war in Afghanistan you can say was necessary because we got bombed on 9/11, but um, the war in Iraq, completely unnecessary. That was Republicans, and they're biased because it was a war waged by their guy. Um, they say it was like, it cost like $850 billion. I mean, what the hell? Like, what the hell? $850 billion just wasted. And not to mention lives of American soldiers and lives of the people there, too. We never talk about that. Most of the people in those Muslim countries are completely innocent. Do they like the U.S.? Maybe not. But that's not a crime to dislike. It's not Star Wars or freaking a Marvel movie where, like, there's the clear-cut good guys and the clear-cut bad guys. Okay? That's what people don't understand in the US. They think we're always the good guys. We stand up for democracy. I think the person who never did anything wrong, other than be a Muslim, other than be born a Muslim, who's living in like this small, like, freaking hut, basically, not really like a hut, but like, you know, like a small house, like a one room house, and then like feeds like a family of 8 with 5 potatoes every night, or you know whatever they eat over there. It's like they don't have much, is what I'm saying, and then they get freaking bombed to death with a freaking predator drone. Like, I mean, I don't think he thinks that we're the good guys. I mean, we're not. We're one side and there's the other side. Like, you can't really say, like, okay, I mean, were we victims on 9/11? Yes, absolutely. But now we're victimizing them. They see us as the bad guy, and we see a faction of them as the bad guys, and we're victimizing we're bombing the hell out of innocent people over there. And I don't know what we can do differently, but I'm just saying that it's not a good thing that we're doing over in Iraq. And okay, so basically, yeah, that's really what I blame for the economy. Um, I'll talk about luxury tax in my next video. Um, yeah, I gotta bounce for a second, but yeah, sorry about the quality. You can follow me on Twitter if you want. The Sean Douglas. That's it. It's a joke. I'm not actually that egotistical. The Sean Douglas. SeanDouglas. And friend me on Facebook if you want. Yeah, and you can friend me on YouTube if you want. I'll accept. Peace out, guys. Have a good day.